Hi, it's Matthew Porter with another Drafthouse Diary, where I give you a brief review of the movie and the overall movie theater experience going to an Alamo Drafthouse using an Alamo Season Pass. On Thursday, October 6th, I went to see Don't Worry, Darling. A movie I had been looking forward to seeing. It seemed like it was right up my alley. And I enjoyed the movie. It was not spectacularly original. It was kind of derivative. It was derivative in a way that it's a kind of movie that is made at least once a generation, and this was this generation's version of it. It had a lot going for it. I thought it was generally well directed. I think Olivia Wilde did a good job. Occasionally there were choices. I think the whole movie could have been a bit shorter than it was and have a little more momentum. It was slow in parts, but the performances were good. Florence Pugh was once again very good as the person who is caught up in some kind of a horror scenario she doesn't really understand. Harry Styles was quite good as her husband in this all too perfect mid-century suburban paradise where they live as part of the Victory Project, which is very mysterious. But Florence Pugh, like all of her friends in this world, their only job is to be wives, and they don't even know what their husbands do for a living. And Chris Pine does Sinister well. I was impressed by Chris Pine's performance. It didn't have a whole lot of notes to it, but he played them very, very well. I was partway through the movie. Olivia Wilde plays a supporting role in this movie as well as directing it. And I thought that, gee, they're making a big deal out of this supporting role. Is the director making more of this role because she happens to play it? But I was wrong. There were reasons for all the things that seemed off-key early on. In general, it was not a spectacular movie, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's I give movies 1 to 4 stars. This is a solid 2-star movie, and a 2-star movie is still a good movie. Not too many movies go up to 3. Very few movies go up to 4. So yeah, a solid 2-star movie. I enjoyed it very much. The pre-roll, well, very predictable for a movie like this. By the way, the production design in Don't Worry, Darling was really impressive. It was this super mid-century 1950s suburban, glossy, everything in its place, everything with this very specific kind of design sensibility, and yet a little too perfect, a little not quite right. So, of course, the pre-roll was all about mid-century design. It was all commercials for products from the 50s and very early 60s, etiquette films, teaching high schoolers how to behave like perfect ladies and gentlemen according to the time. And there's a film that I know I've seen before. I think it's Chrysler, and it's all about the wonderful, amazing new kitchen of the future, as well as all the cars of the future. So they played that short, and I was expecting that, and it was kind of fun. So no surprises in the pre-roll, but it really got you in the mood for the movie, without giving anything away about the movie that you might not have seen in trailers. So good pre-roll. The food. I had the Caesar salad with grilled chicken. And I liked it a lot. It was unusual, though. Usually when I get a Caesar salad with chicken, the grilled chicken is in slices in the salad. In this, it was minced very, very finely. It worked very well. It gave that chicken flavor to the entire salad. Everything was quite good. It was kind of a small portion, but I still enjoyed it very much. And I also had the coffee that I mentioned in episode 1. I had the coffee at Sloan's Lake, and it was terrific. I had the coffee at the Aspen Grove when I watched Don't Worry, Darling. It was served in the same way in the thermal pitcher. It was still just as good. It wasn't quite as hot, but that's probably just what happened to be going on in the kitchen at that time. And by the way, when I placed my order during the pre-roll, they let me know then that the kitchen would be closing before the end of the movie. This was a late night screening, so it didn't surprise me at all. But it was nice that I could let them know, because they let me know the kitchen would be closing. I told them, well, in about an hour, I'm going to be looking for some coffee and a dessert. And the dessert that I got was a special dessert. I think it was put on the menu for Don't Worry, Darling, because it was a pineapple upside down donut holes, and I think it was a play on the whole typical mid-century dessert of pineapple upside down cake. It was okay. It wasn't great. There was too much going on with donut holes baked with whipped cream and some kind of a chocolate or caramel drizzle, and some cherries and pineapple, of course. A bite of it would have been great. A serving of it, way too much. I don't think it's on the menu anymore, and I don't think I'd be getting it again if it were. But yeah, the chicken Caesar salad, great. The coffee, still really good. That dessert, not so good. The staff, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this in episode 1 about Sloan's Lake. The staff, really friendly, really helpful, always eager to help. And that was true here at the Aspen Grove Alamo as well. Very friendly, very helpful. They let me know very politely about the kitchen closing and were very happy to take an early order. I've always been impressed by the staff at the Alamo. Any of the Alamos I've gone to, I've never really had a problem with staff not doing their jobs well or not being friendly, not being polite. It's one of the things that makes the experience of going to the Alamo what it is. So great experiences in both of my visits under the season pass so far. So thanks very much for watching. If you liked this, please click like. It helps other people find it. If you want to hear more of these reviews, click subscribe. There will be more coming. But thank you most of all just for watching. And in the meantime, enjoy your movies and stay till the end of the credits.